It's time to review what happened in the North Okanagan real estate market for September of 2022, and we're starting now. I'm Lisa Salt with Remax Vernon Salt Fowler with the latest information on Greater Vernon and the whole North Okanagan and our real estate results. For more info on what's happening in the market or on Vernon in general, please make sure that you subscribe to our channel and like this video. We're posting new videos like this every single week. On this channel, we give you the straight goods on Vernon and the Okanagan, our ultimate four seasons paradise. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days or just curious about the area that we call home, be sure to call, text, or email and just add salt. So let's look at the real estate stats for September of 2022. Total sales in August were 150, and this last month, September, they came in at 135. Once again down from last month, and once again quite a ways down from last year, which is kind of to be expected. I mean, we're going into the fall. So again, let's look at the last 3 months. Let's add the month of July here. The month of July was 170 sales. So you can see that as we're heading into the fall and the winter market, things are going to slow down. But let's also look at how it compares to this last 3 months of last year. So last September sales were 194, August sales 237, and last July 206. So big decreases in sales year over year. And that's what you're hearing in the media and what we as realtors are living every single day. Every time interest rates increase by a point, it takes 10% of the buyers out of the market. And that's some of what we're seeing right here in these numbers. Now let's look at the inventory in the North Okanagan. Let's look now at what is happening in the listing department. The total number of listings active on the market at month end ticked down a bit in September to 991. Now, if you recall, at the end of August, we were at 1,029 listings on the market. Recapping again that last 3 months, July, the total listings were 973. So now we're up a little bit from July and down from August. Now, why would that be? Well, because people generally aren't super excited about moving in the winter. This is a typical trend in the fall months. We see inventory dropping. So if I were to make a prediction, I would predict that sales and inventory will decline into and throughout the winter. That's not much of a stretch. That always happens. That doesn't give me supernatural powers, as it's pretty obvious it happens every year here in the Okanagan. Our market is very seasonal. Now let's compare inventory again to 2021 inventory. September, we just said, was 767. August was 789. July, 852. So obviously quite an increase year over year in the number of properties for sale in the North Okanagan. And we know this is happening. We see the for sale signs that aren't turning into solds nearly as fast as they were, say, 6 months a year ago. Now, what are these numbers translating to? The market has slowed enough that we are in a much more balanced market situation right now. Things have stabilized a bit in all the areas, and now we're coasting along. I read today actually that the average interest rate since 1990 is 5.79%, so we're still half a point below that average. Yes, the rate increases this year have slowed things down, and that's why the rates increased. They needed to slow things down. However, it's interesting to put that into perspective. We're still lower than the 30-year average interest rate. Another thing I was reading this morning was about unemployment. Unemployment is at an all-time low. If you examine past history, usually when there's a correction in the market, unemployment is way up. However, as we all know, unemployment is down. There's literally a worldwide shortage of workers, making it difficult to get an 8 p.m. Starbucks. Very difficult, impossible almost. There's great jobs all across Canada with great pay and no one to hire. It follows that if unemployment was way high, we would see a far quicker and far larger correction to our real estate market, certainly than we have thus far. Buyers, if you're on the fence, just remember there are 2 more opportunities for interest rates to go up in 2022, October 27th and December 3rd. Both of those dates are opportunities for you as a buyer to afford less of a house than you could the day before. Highly, highly, highly recommend getting into a mortgage broker. We can help you with that and get a pre-approval in place before this potentially happens. Most pre-approvals will lock your interest rate into 60 to 90 days. So if you want to give yourself every advantage as the rate ticks up, get a pre-approval in place. As I said before, we're still a half a point below the average interest rate since 1990. Make sure you take advantage of this for yourself. Don't let time tick by and you end up paying half or a point more on your mortgage rate. Over the life of your mortgage, it makes a huge difference, just a stupid amount of difference. Watch our video called Should I Buy a House Now or Wait? Links above. And you can see examples of the difference, what you could have paid versus what you will pay depending on how much the rates go up. It's staggering. Now sellers, you have to pay attention. The market has already changed. Those of you who think you can still price your home ahead of the market like you could a year ago, I imagine you are getting disappointed with your results, especially if you're in that $1 million+ price range. I know I pound on this with sellers every month. However, the houses that are selling, these 135 sellers who sold in September, are generally the ones that were priced at or close to market value, not a mile high. We aren't seeing many multiple offers anymore. We're seeing houses sell for less than list price. We're back to practically a normal real estate market. It doesn't mean buyers go in and do a gigantic lowball offer. I mean, some do. However, that doesn't work in any market. And it doesn't mean sellers price your house way above the market, because that also doesn't work in any market. It could have been last year or the year before that eventually the market kind of caught up to your price. Or maybe it even did right away as the market was higher than you or your realtor even thought it was. However, in my nearly 30 years next year actually, selling real estate, and this past boom has been the boom to end all booms. I haven't seen it before, and I doubt I'll see it again. Now, if you're young enough, maybe you will see it again. However, it's going to take a lot of years and a lot of coincidence for all this to happen again. Maybe another worldwide pandemic. I mean, hopefully not. Ugh. Don't even say it. It's not worth it. Anyhow, sellers, price is key. Listen to the advice of your realtor. They will have the best recommendation on price range, and then you just need to adjust as needed. Thanks for watching. See you next month when we talk about our October results.